Alright guys, so we're here. We got a call for no AC. We had a technician out here Sunday, but he couldn't figure out what's going on, so we got sent out to see what we can find. So we're gonna grab our service bag and get going on this and see if we can figure out why the system's not turning on. What's that?
I have the power input out here just so I can just look around.
Yeah, just leave it on that. Okay, so contactor's not pulled in.
Yeah, I have the power disconnected.
So we need to see why this contactor's not pulling in here. Okay, so this wire is connected to the high pressure switch, which I think is bad, because it goes from there and ties into the contactor. So I think that high pressure switch is closed and not open, which is why the contactor is not pulling in. So we're gonna test that out right now and see if that's the reason. That switch that connects to the liquid line, and if the pressures get too high, it obviously closes circuit and shuts off the system. So I think that it's stuck closed and it's not open. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna splice it and then just run the low voltage straight into the contactor, bypassing that switch, and we're gonna see if that kicks it on. All right, so moment of truth. Nothing. I wonder what kind of contactor you put in. Make sure you put in the right one. I think you put in the wrong one. I think the issue is no, I think it's
48?
no, 282 or 208 240. Okay, so I started off by splicing that high pressure switch to see if maybe that was like broken and needed to be replaced, but that didn't do it. And then I checked the contactor, and the last tech that was out here might have just not noticed. A little simple mistake, and that's okay, but I believe the coil voltage was like 208 240, not 24. So we're gonna see about here. So it says here coil 24 vac on that one, or VAC. On the contactor that's in there right now, it says 208 240. So I think that's our issue right there. So we're gonna pop this guy in here, and actually I'm gonna keep this box, put the old one in, because the old one's still good, brand new. And then I'll make sure I label it on here, but we're gonna throw this one in and that should do the trick. Yep.
Amateur electrician.
Right, right. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and turn this on real quick. All right, so compressor is not kicking on. We're gonna use our megometer to test the compressor. I usually just go to the ground. I'll just go to the ground and then we'll go to each lead. We just go to ground and just hit all 3 leads. So we're good there. Okay, so compressor is good, but it's showing a bit of caution, so we're gonna throw a hard start kit on this system, see if that does its trick. Okay guys, so quick rundown. When we first got here, the contactor wasn't pulling in when we were calling for cool. We pretty much found that the last technician that was here threw in the wrong contactor, and they put a contactor with a 208 240 coil. So we just swapped the contactor out with the correct one, and contactor pulled in, called for cool. We kicked it on, and the compressor wasn't kicking on with a brand new capacitor. Verified we had power and everything. I checked the compressor with the megometer, and it showed it was good, close to caution, but it showed it was good. So we're gonna throw on a hard start kit and see if that gets it up and going. All right, we're gonna wire everything up and get back to you. All right, hard start kit is installed. We're gonna go ahead and test it. Go ahead and plug her in. There it is. All right guys, so we got that system up and working. We had to change out the contactor with the correct one. Just a minor mistake by the last technician, probably wasn't paying attention. We all do that, no biggie. But once we did get the unit up and running, as you saw, the compressor wasn't turning over. So I went ahead and tested it, megometer. It showed good, close to caution, but it was good. It had a brand new cap in it. We went ahead and threw on a hard start kit, and it kicked on. So now what we're gonna do is I recommended a yearly tune-up, maintenance, whatever you guys call it, on the system to the customer. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. And then this customer will be all set and ready to go for the summertime. Okay, so usually I take the whole fan off, just disconnect it from over here and just take the whole blade off, but this one's a little bit different, so we're gonna lean this one because we got a lot of slack, and it should be okay. Okay, let's get going on this.
I don't know if That hose alone will read, but
No worries.
we
You got an
people
extra.
taking water from our front one years ago,
Oh, God.
so we had to go get these safety locks.
Yep.
You're good?
You good?
Good.
That's my favorite setting on every time.
Yeah. Okay. That's about as good as we're gonna get.
Disconnect.
Don't shut it off yet. Let me push all this. Clean all this area out. That's no worries. All right, guys, we're all finished up. Unit's up and working. We did the full maintenance on it as well, but we hooked up our gauges and the system definitely seems low. But we're gonna wait for it to be a little bit of a hotter day later this week. Also, on top of that, I want this system to fully dry off, before we get those true readings. So we're going to come back out here later in the week when it's hotter, system's fully dry. That way we could get the true readings. And if it's low, I mean, we'll take the steps we need to and go from there. But other than that, we got it up and going and it's good to go.